Cocktober! I can't believe it, brother!
Cocktober, baby!
Oh yeah, brother! I can't believe it's Cocktober already!
What's up, guys? Jaythestingray here with another Cocktober review for you. This is going to be Chronicle from 2011, recommended by my good buddy Pizowell. Thanks a lot for the recommendation, man. All of you need to go check out his channel. Really cool guy, and I appreciate the recommendation because I probably wouldn't have checked this film out this soon, again, otherwise. This film really caught me off guard the first time I saw it, how much I enjoyed it, and I really enjoyed it the second time I saw it as well. I don't know, it's just a really odd film. It kind of hits me in an odd way. I really enjoy it. It's a really captivating film. Really basic, fairly, I imagine a fairly low budget for what it is, and just a really cool flick, you know, really something to throw on to change stuff up. It's like a sci-fi drama thriller, I think is what they classify it as. But the film stars Dane DeHaan, Alex Russell, and Michael B. Jordan. Of course, from The Wire. He was one of my favorite characters on The Wire. Wallace, I believe his name was. Really compassionate character. And The Wire was a show where you didn't really feel sorry for anyone. I think it was supposed to intentionally make you hate all the characters. You know, it showed you all their faults and you didn't like anybody. But I think Wallace was one of the characters in that show where you did actually like his character and feel compassion for. And yeah, I don't want to spoil anything, but he was one of my favorite characters on The Wire. So it is quite refreshing to see him in this film as well. But directed by Josh Trank and written by Max Landis. I think that's John Landis' son. I could be incorrect, but I think that's his son. Came out in February 2012. Basic premise of this film, real simple premise. These three kids, they find this meteorite that's hit the earth. It's buried, you know, it's burrowed deep into the earth when it hits, and they go in there and they see it, and immediately when they touch it, when they go down and see it, the camera kind of goes black, and you don't really know what happens between the period of when they go down and see it and then what happens next. But imagine it's not very long, but they immediately start having powers. They can move things with their mind and do all sorts of cool stuff like that. And their powers just basically become stronger and stronger and stronger. And the main character, Andrew and Matt, it's his cousin. And then their buddy Steve, that's Michael B. Jordan. And Andrew is kind of a guy who gets picked on a lot at school. And his cousin, Matt, is more popular kid, that has a lot more success with the ladies and such. So, Andrew kind of uses his powers for a little more evil, and he gets more and more evil and does more and more, bad, harmful things with his powers. And, it's kind of like a power struggle between good and bad, and that's essentially what the movie is. And yeah, I just stopped there because I don't want to spoil anything. I think the film plays out really well. It's kind of predictable, but it's also still a fun watch. And the only negative thing I'd say about this film is there's some CG in it that's not quite up to par, but for some reason I think it kind of works for this film because it's kind of meant to look a little hokey, I think, at some points. It just, I don't know. This film's just an odd film to wrap your head around. It's a lot of fun, very entertaining watch, and I'd highly recommend it to all you guys that haven't seen it. Basic, comic book power struggle, good and evil. Andrew, has got a sick mom, and his dad beats his ass. And the guy that plays his dad is the guy that was the mall cop, the head mall cop in Dawn of the Dead. I was always a big fan of his. Really cool guy, and really does a great job playing the father in the film. Not a stepfather, but a really abusive guy. And I don't know. This film's pretty hardcore. I mean, there's some pretty hard stuff in there. I was doing some reading that they cut some stuff out for the PG-13. It would have been interesting to see what they cut out, but everybody's got to go for a PG-13 these days, but it would have been interesting to see this film take a darker turn than it did. But it was a really dark film for what it was anyway. But if you're into action films, even if you don't like superhero movies, I would recommend this because it's kind of like the anti-superhero film because it doesn't have any of the glamour that goes along with that. It just totally bypasses that aspect. But just a cool film, and I could probably talk about it for another hour, but I just recommend you guys to go check it out if you haven't already seen it. I was kind of skeptical at first as well, but I did really enjoy the film. Anyway, Piz, thanks for the recommendation, man. See you guys next time. Peace.